Welcome to Baugan Inglés 4.0, the radio show with Kyle Miller. Following class by class, step by step, the material of Baugan Inglés 4.0 on Aprende Inglés TV. Clase 59. Class 59. Let's go! Beginner. Okay, welcome. Welcome to Class 59. Vamos a empezar hoy con un repaso. Ayer estuvimos practicando. Yesterday, we were practicing with frequency adverbs. Yes, frequency adverbs. I always begin the class with a review. I almost always start immediately with a review. I occasionally begin the program with a question from a listener. I usually begin the program by speaking about what we talked about in the last class. Here we have some frequency adverbs. Always, siempre. Almost always, que es casi siempre. Luego, normalmente en inglés se dice usually. 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 Generalmente, generally. Generally. 3 syllables. Generally. Generally. And we have normalmente, normally. Normally. A menudo, often. Often. También se puede decir often. Often. Often or often. Algunas veces. Sometimes. Sometimes. I sometimes eat fish, but not very often. Pocas veces. Occasionally. Occasionally. I occasionally go to Japanese restaurants, but not very often. Or I seldom, muy pocas veces, I seldom, es verdad, es mejor decir que it's better to say I seldom go to Japanese restaurants. Yes. Casi nunca, hardly ever, hardly ever. I hardly ever go to Romanian restaurants. Hardly ever. Y nunca, never. Never. I never go to Nigerian restaurants, for example. Well, so far, hasta ahora. Okay? So far. So he is always angry. Él siempre está enfadado. He is always angry. She is never ready. Ella nunca está lista. She is never ready. They are always complaining. Ellos siempre están quejándose. They are always complaining. They are always complaining. ¿Está él siempre enfadado? Is he always angry? Is he always angry? Si la frase contiene el verbo to be y es interrogativa, el adverbio se coloca inmediatamente después del sujeto de la frase. Okay. Is he always angry? Is she usually tired? Are they always complaining? Are they always complaining? ¿Están ellos siempre quejándose? Are they always complaining? He often has lunch at home. Él a menudo, almuerza en casa. He often has lunch at home. She never has time for me. Ella nunca tiene tiempo para mí. She never has time for me. ¿Y ellos suelen tomar café? They usually have coffee. Remember, we have coffee. We don't take. We have coffee. They usually have coffee. I usually have a coffee in the morning. In fact, I almost always, casi siempre, I almost always have a coffee in the morning. Yes. Not always, but almost always. Do you usually have a coffee in the morning? Do you? Yes. Yes, I usually have a coffee in the morning. Do you always have lunch at home? Do you always have lunch at home? I usually have lunch at home, but I don't always have lunch at home. No, I usually have lunch at home. Normalmente tiene el suficiente tiempo? Does he usually have enough time? Does he usually have enough time? Okay, this is very important. Frequency adverbs. On page 64 of your student guide. This is class 58. Okay, very important. Siempre, always. Casi siempre, almost always. Normalmente, usually. Generalmente, generally. Generally, 3 syllables, generally. Normalmente, normally. A menudo, often. Or also, often. A veces. Or, bueno, algunas veces. Sometimes. Pocas veces, occasionally. Occasionally. Muy pocas veces. Seldom. Seldom. Casi nunca. Hardly ever. Hardly ever. Y nunca. Nunca. Never. Never. Okay. Very good. Nacho, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. How often do you eat tortilla? Very often?
Very often.
¿Cómo?
I have tortilla very often.
Very often. Very often. Do you often drink a coffee?
I usually
Ah.
have a coffee
In the morning.
in the morning.
In the morning. Yes, me too. I usually have a coffee. I almost always have a coffee. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Nacho. Thank you. Very good. Okay, now we can try our translation list. Translation. Yes, it's time for a little translation with translation list number 7. All right. This is a review of what we saw yesterday in the last class. Number 1. Este informe es aburrido. This report is boring. This report is boring. Number 2. Mi jefe está con su secretaria. My boss is with his secretary. My boss is with his secretary. Where's the boss? Oh, he's with his secretary. El calendario está en la pared. The calendar is on the wall. The calendar is on the wall. Very good. Number 4. ¿Dónde está? Where is it? Where is it? Number 5. Esa señora es muy rica. That woman is very rich. That woman is very rich. Number 6. Mi amigo es muy pobre. My friend is very poor. My friend is very poor. Se puede decir poor or poor. ¿Vale? Los dos. My friend is very poor or poor. Number 7. ¿De qué color es tu coche? What color is your car? What color is your car? Number 8. ¿Dónde está su coche ahora? ¿Dónde está su coche ahora? Where's your car now? Where's your car now? Number 9. ¿De dónde es tu mujer? ¿De dónde es? Where's your wife from? Where's she from? Where's your wife from? Is she from Spain? Is she from Venezuela? Is she from Canada? Is she from the United States? Where's your wife from? Where's, with the contraction. Where's, where is, where's. Where's your wife from? From. Number 10. Tu pregunta es muy extraña. Your question is very strange. Yes. Your question is very strange. Number 11. ¿Es grande tu coche? Is your car big? Is your car big? And number 12. The last question. Number 12. ¿Qué es aquello? What's that? ¿Qué es aquello? What's that? What is that? But with the contraction. What's that? What's that? All right, very good. I hope you got all 12 correct. If not, go back and review with your translation list. Now let's move on.
Word of the day.
Now for our word of the day. Our word of the day today is en el extranjero. Abroad. Abroad. Would you like to live abroad? Do you live abroad now? Do you live abroad? Are you listening from abroad? I enjoy living abroad. I'm from Canada, but I live abroad. En el extranjero. I'm a foreigner, un extranjero, because I live abroad. A-B-R-O-A-D, abroad. Abroad. Okay. Very good, very good. Now, we can practice again with frequencies. Frequencies, but another very important and very common way of discussing frequencies is when we say una vez al semana, una vez por semana, por ejemplo, once a week. Once a week. Yes, once a week. Una vez al mes, once a month. I have my hair cut once a month. I go to a restaurant once a week. I go to a restaurant once a week. I eat tortilla once a week. I get my hair cut once a week. Una vez al... Well, my haircut una vez al mes. Once a month, I should say. Una vez al año. Once a year. Yes. You say in Spanish, una vez al año no hace daño. ¿No? Una vez al año, bueno, una vez al año no hace daño. Cuando tengo una fiesta en mi casa y mis vecinos que son bastante viejos, bueno, la mayoría, espero que no están escuchando ahora, pero la mayoría sí están viejos y me dan miradas en el ascensor. They look at me in the elevator. El guiri de la fiesta, ¿no? Y yo digo, una vez al año no hace daño, ¿no? Aquí en España hay un dicho, se dice, una vez al año no hace daño. Once a year does no harm. Once a year does no harm. Pero suena mucho mejor en español, yo creo. Yeah, once a year. Twice a week, dos veces por semana. Twice a week. Twice a week. Yes. I have a student named Francisco who I teach twice a week. Dos veces al mes, twice a month. Twice a month. I see my American friends twice a month. Y dos veces al año, I see my parents twice a year. Christmas and in the summer, usually. Twice a year, dos veces al año. True.
Vocabulary of the day.
All right, it's time now for our vocabulary of the day. Our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word, ¿cuántos? How many? How many? How many people live in Madrid? I think there are about 5 million people in Madrid. ¿Cuánto? How much? How much? How much? ¿Cuánto? How much? La India. India. Without la. Simply, just India. India. I would like to go to India. Muchos. Many. Many. Many, many, many. Many. Carne. Meat. 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 Carne. Meat. M-E-A-T. Meat. Pero se pronuncia meat. Okay, now before we go, we have 1 minute, so I want to quickly finish with a few years. Años, years. I'm going to read 3 years. I want you to write them down and then read them back to me. Write them down on a piece of paper. So a pen and paper. The first year, 1983. And the second year, 1923. And the third year, 2004. Okay, we are almost out of time. The first number was 1983. And the second year was 1923. And the final year was 2004. Okay, very good. We are completely out of time. Thank you so much for listening. We will go to a commercial break, and I'll be back with the intermediate class. See you soon. Bye-bye.